guys, Kirky. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown. And first off, I'm going to say this. We need to ban war games for at least a year. Like, next year, we don't need no war games. Because why is it that war games took out 3 people? 3 people. Jimmy's out indefinitely because his broken toe. You got Tongaloa out. You got Bronson Reed out. Like, people was just casualties everywhere. Now, I will say there's more casualties on Bloodline 2.0's team. So, you know what I'm saying? They still won the war. They won the battle. But, like, it's getting a little too dangerous. Like, people are hurt. Like, we don't need it next year. Let's go some traditional Raw versus SmackDown next year or something. Something other than that. We don't need to have injuries like this again. Now, SmackDown honestly was kind of, it was okay. It was okay. It was simply okay because I really feel like, although I am okay with his schedule, I think that he's worked for his schedule, and I don't even know any other thing. Like, he could have had something to do. I have no idea. But I feel as though when it comes to winning such a match like War Games, they should at least have like a video of Roman talking about something. For him not to show up, not to hear anything from him from his win, I don't know what angle they're taking with this. Now, it makes sense why Jimmy wasn't there, so that's fine. But like a message not being there is interesting to me. It's very interesting, and I'm gonna sit and wait. But the Bloodline, they came into the stadium on some bull. They came in so on some bull. Like, they was over here beating up security guards. For what? For what? Hey, good. For what? Just because y'all some losers. Y'all lost. Now, this loss did make it so Solo just cut a fire promo. And honestly, I am enjoying his mic work 100%. Because he has grown so much. And at the beginning, it seemed like he was trying to take on what Roman was doing as the tribal chief, but he's found his groove, and ever since he's found his groove, it's been hit after hit. And like I've said, if it was anybody but Roman, I would have already acknowledged Solo, because I am just so taken in by the fact that he has grown so much, and it's so convincing. Like, the fact that he's like, y'all gonna acknowledge me. But it's like, at the same time, you done stole everything. Like, there's nothing for me to want to acknowledge you. And I enjoy the fact that that's there. And Solo has said, when it came to Roman, that there's consequences to losing. Unless that only works for like a one-on-one, I feel like there should be a consequence for losing, because you lost bad. You lost bad. But his team's still loyal to him, and I really cannot. I'm very interested in seeing when the rifts occur with the Bloodline 2.0, because they've been strong. They had been strong. Even when Solo took the belt from Jacob, he was still strong with it, and that made no sense to me. Like, Jacob honestly he has to see the fact that, you know, he has this ability, but he's loyal to Solo, so he's not going to do anything about it. I just want to know what will make him move. What will make him act against Solo. That's what I'm interested in. Now, Cody Rhodes opened up the show and doing what he was doing, you know, promoting the Saturday night main event. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but I need them to put a little bit more spice into this Saturday night main event. I just need them to. I know the matches are going to hit. I made it storyline wise. I know the match is going to hit again. I know. But y'all gotta make it more interesting. Y'all gotta make it more interesting. But as Cody Rhodes is talking, you see Chad Gable come out with American Made. And if there was anybody to bring over from Raw to kind of talk about this kind of a shakeup, it would be Chad Gable. Because not only is Chad Gable just respected as like what his skill is, but at the same time, at this very moment, we are hating Chad Gable. Not me, because I love heels. But the audience is not on Chad Gable's side. Even though he's at his hometown, he got over here just being disliked by the crowd. Now, I ain't gonna front. I have been enjoying the fact that they've been having people from SmackDown, or now Chad Gable, talk about how Cody Rhodes is a questionable friend. Like, that right there, I enjoy it, especially because a lot of people on SmackDown, like Michael Cole or like other people on the internet, they kind of been saying like Kevin Owens is just overreacting. He's being emotional and irrational. But if this was you in your position, like if you were in his position, I would be upset too. And Chad didn't tell nothing but the truth. They ain't nothing but the truth. He is a bad friend. But the chemistry between Cody Rhodes and Chad Gable is there. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Now, Naomi and Bianca was having a little moment. I love seeing them together. I do. Y'all know that. I love seeing them together, but I also, this War Games, man. My girl, she got her shoulder hurt, and then Bianca, her rib hurt. Like, next year, no War Games. But Bianca and Naomi being on screen together, it just reminds me of Jade, and I miss Jade, man. I missed her. But also, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven tried to come up and basically antagonize her because of Jade and the fact that now Bianca's not in the U.S. Championship tournament anymore. And y'all know, B goes to those hands. B gets those hands. But this time, the ribs was hurting. The ribs were hurting too much, and she got overpowered, kind of, ish. And Naomi went on to her match for the qualifier. And I'm gonna say this, you know, Elektra Lopez did her thing. I like the fact that they're showing these managers off that actually wrestle. I like that. They're giving them opportunity. This is why I enjoy SmackDown's women's roster so much. It's just so good. It's so good. And they're so talented. Those women are so talented. I love it. But, things need to start picking up for Naomi. Like, I'm not playing. This ain't no bias. But it's starting to get old. And it's not making sense to why they wanted her back if she's not getting anywhere. She's not getting anywhere when it comes to certain things. And if anybody wants to talk about the fact that she could have attacked Jade, what would she get out of that? What is Naomi getting out of attacking Jade other than possibly losing that feud? She's going to lose the feud, lose her friends, because Bianca, that's her tag team partner, and Bayley trying to be on the good side. Why would she do that? Why would Naomi, like, there's no reason. Jealousy, if it was jealousy, what is she jealous of? Naomi was not trying to be a tag. She's not trying to be a tag team. So she wouldn't want to be in Jay's position. She wants to be in Nia's position. And she does not get anything from attacking Jay at all. If anything, that harms her, because she could have asked Jay for help. It could have been Jay and Bianca helping her. So it makes no sense to why it would be Naomi. But here everybody want to say it was Naomi. Maybe they, well, she did that so she could get further. No. If she really wanted to jump people, she could have jumped Tiffany Stratton and threw her off or something. Hello? And the women, they did a great job, and Tiffany Stratton won, but I don't understand why. Like, she won for what? She has money in the bank, and every time she gets a chance to cash in, she fumbles it, wonders what to do. If you didn't know what you wanted to do, why'd you win the Money in the Bank? Why'd you compete in the Money in the Bank if this was going to occur? Why? Why? Because you could have cashed in on Bayley before, or you could, like, cashed in on Liv before. Like, you've had opportunities, so you're getting in the match to get farther into getting a mid-card belt, when you could have just cashed on whoever won that mid-card belt. Like, make it make sense. Like, I'm not understanding why she gets further in there when she has a Money in the Bank. I understand that she's over. I understand that I'm not slow. I can hear her. I can hear the crowd. But I just don't know what the end game is. I don't know what the end game is. And, you know, I've been being patient, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand when it comes to wrestling, things got to take its time. Things got to settle. But it ain't making any sense to me. It's not. It's not. And it is what it is. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura, he come out looking clean. Good. Clean. And LA Knight comes out talking about a rematch when he's entitled to a rematch. But Shinsuke did kind of win clean. He won clean. Like, just because you was in the wrong position and your head bounced off that metal, Shinsuke was doing he was doing what he was supposed to do. He ain't do nothing crazy. He ain't do nothing illegal. So, he won clean. You know, he ain't spray you. He won clean. And LA Knight was trying to get his, and then Andrade comes out trying to get his too. And tell me why the Bloodline pop up. Bloodline 2.0 pop up. And honestly, I'm glad they didn't attack Shinsuke. But it was interesting that they did not attack him. And instead, maybe they was afraid of his aura, maybe. Hey, no shame in that game because y'all lost the aura match on Saturday too. I ain't mad at it. But that right there was an interesting moment. It was a very interesting moment because they are trying to get some type of dominance because they lost. And they only were able to do that because the OG weren't there. So it's going to be interesting to see how they navigate this loss. How they navigate losing Tonga Loa as well. Now, when it comes to that U.S. Championship, it don't seem Melo's involved with it, so Shinsuke can keep the belt for as long as he wants. Until it's time for Melo to get to that opportunity, don't care. So, Street Profits had a match between Motor City Machine Guns, and they get mysteriously jumped. So, that mysteriously opens up the chance for DIY. DIY some bums. DIY are some bums, because y'all knew Street Profits was going to win that match, bro. This is why I'm telling you, SmackDown was okay, because why is it that the Street Profits get done dirty when they need this opportunity? DIY don't really need it. Street Profits do. Like, at this point, please let them separate for a little bit. If we're not getting the championships, let them separate for a tad bit, because I really think, like, the promo work, the ring work that the Street Profits be doing is get them something. Please. Something. But in that match, it's going regular, but then it's going toxic because Ciampa is not really wanting Johnny to get in because he feels as though Johnny's on the edge, might choose Motor City over him. And he's too much being a good guy. So, Ciampa actually kicks him. Things going down. Then, like, out of a few things, Johnny gets in, pushes Ciampa. I say, you're finished. You're standing up for yourself, Johnny. That's what you do, man. Go ahead, stand up for yourself. Then Ciampa gets a chair, so I'm thinking the match finna be over. No, it's not. Johnny low blows him, and it was all a ruse the whole time. I'm thinking maybe the toxicity gonna work. Maybe this toxic relationship is what Johnny wants, is what Ciampa wants. But no, they both toxic. Comes out, they both toxic, and they turn. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That caught me off guard bad. It caught me off guard bad. It really did. But DIY regained the championships and they become our tag team champions again. But I will say, Motor City Machine Guns, they had themselves a great first few weeks. Like, they really set them up in a good way so the crowd is able to learn them, but also appreciate them and take them seriously because they are a threat to the division. And I think it adds to it because it was a little bit of a hole when it comes to the tag team division, but now it's getting better. It's getting better and there's more attention with it. But all I have to say is Street Profits need to get their lick in. And now Motor City Machine Guns can get their lick back because DIY, they know they're wrong for that. But Kevin Owens was supposed to have an interview with Michael Cole, but Kevin Owens said, since y'all didn't want me to come in any other week, y'all gotta come to me. And I love Kevin Owens, man. This guy, his character work right now is it's amazing. But I feel as though when it comes to Kevin Owens, the only thing he was wrong about was Randy Orton. That's really the only thing he was wrong about, because I feel as though Cody Rhodes is just unaware as a friend, and that makes you a bad friend when you're unaware, and that's what Cody Rhodes was. But Kevin Owens was speaking the truth, but at the same time, Michael Cole was mad biased. He said he was trying to come in with an unbiased interview, but no, he was pretty biased. But I really hope that Kevin Owens gets to be a heel a bit more longer after this feud, just because it's so much more funny. It's so much funnier. Like, the things he says, he literally kicked Michael Cole out of the car. He opened the door and kicked him out. Like, bro, what? And now Carmelo Hayes is outside of the GM's office trying to get himself a match, trying to get himself an opportunity. And I just hope he gets himself a good opportunity and it's not nothing crazy. But I did see Gunther and him. They had a little moment. Gunther mean-mugged them. So, I don't care how he get it. Melo's gonna be world champion sooner rather than later. You know what I'm saying? That's my agenda. That's another one of my agendas, man. Gonna be world champion. But for our main event, we had Chad Gable and Cody Rhodes, and the Graps were there. The Graps were there. I will never, ever, 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 ever act like those two men don't know how to wrestle, because they do. They know how to wrestle. They know how to get the crowd going. Now, it was kind of a back and forth. It wasn't too much of overwhelming on any side. I will say that it was a heck of a show. And I hope to see a rematch. I like the fact that they were able to bring in Chad Gable to go against Cody Rhodes, just because Chad Gable ain't been doing too much. Chad Gable has not been doing too much. And honestly, I think they really kind of, I won't say they missed the opportunity, but they could have done more when it came to him and Otis. Like, they could have pulled the trigger a lot sooner, to where we were able to see him as a heel, and maybe Otis can get a little even more over in that very moment, instead of he just gets knocked by the Wyatts. Although he could have done that, but I think both could have occurred as well. Now, Chad Gable did injure his ankle. He injured his ankle. And Chad Gable ends up taking off his boot. I don't think I've seen that in recent anything. Like, how is taking off somebody's boot legal? I just need to know. How is taking off somebody's boot legal for real? I mean, I guess it's the same as, you ripping off somebody's shirt to get better chops in, since it's both what you wear, your clothing. But in that moment, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. The leg lock were not enough. Cody was pushing through, did what he had to do to win that match. And if it was not Cody Rhodes, I ain't gonna lie, I think Chad Gable could have won. But it was Cody Rhodes, so he lost. He lost. And after that loss, Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere, because we thought he left. We seen him leave. And Kevin Owens comes out and attacks his leg like he should have done in Berlin. Now, this is the aggressiveness that I like seeing. This is the aggressiveness that I hope goes far, and it doesn't end up like it did last time. Because what's the point of giving Kevin Owens another chance if he loses again to a not 100% Cody Rhodes? Although I understand that giving him the title is kind of a crazy thing to say, but it's just kind of like, we'll be in the same place as we were before. It's just this time they don't like each other. And I don't necessarily want to be in the same place as we were before. Going to be real. Now, Kevin Owens was not playing with him. He was trying to gouge out his eye. Cody Rhodes doing his best, fighting against him. And I ain't gonna front. It was still pretty even. Pretty even, because, man, Cody Rhodes were not giving up. So, I don't know. We're not getting a new champion. We're not getting a new champion that Saturday, man, at all. But that was SmackDown. Honestly, when it comes to a SmackDown after like a big pay-per-view and Roman Reigns is not on it, it is a missing presence. I ain't gonna front. I hope I'm not the only one who thinks that. Even though I am a Roman fan, I am a Roman fan, and it's not. I hope it's not biased, but I think almost everybody can acknowledge that whenever that happens, it's like, oh, okay, back to regular scheduled programming. It's something missed. It's something missed. But thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me how you guys thought about SmackDown. See you guys later. Bye.